Matthew's done enough to the motorcycle to get it to the end of the race. But Matthew Skoltz doing a great job right now. Jake Lewis, who is a master in these conditions, now around the outside. So the 85.
PJ was trying to go around the outside of him, and then Jake just let the lever off going down into turn 10. He wants to get past Jake Lewis, but Jake doing a great job right now.
So Lewis on the drive. Of course, he's with the Altus Motorsports crew, and this is his first year on the brand new YZF R9. As now up the inside goes the Ducati. No, so Lewis holds on to position. Hey, play MotoAmerica for cash. Superbike, Baggers, and Supersport series are now live on top sportbooks and DFS platforms. Scan the flow code or MXTBets/back/PlayMA to see what's available in your location. Sign up, claim exclusive bonuses, and make your picks now.
Because this track is drying quickly as Josh Hayes now looks to go down the outside of Blake Davis, which will turn to the inside in the braking zone into turn 10, and he's going to go past the 22 on his R9. We remember him, obviously, at Barber in the Wet doing a tremendous job. A guy that's in front of you that just gets startled, you want to attack him immediately as well, and that's exactly what Camp P does. So now Matthew has gone from 3rd to 5th in the span of about 3 corners on that number 1. He's going head to head now as they go down into turn 1. You can see the bike moving around. See Matthew's bike moving around? That's because of a soft setup and rain tires as well.
So we may be at the limit of his tires as PJ now in the draft. He pulls out. Side by side they go. Jake goes through the puddle again to try to cool those tires. But we have a lead change as PJ Jacobsen now takes over the spot. We're going to see how Jake Lewis is going to be down into 10. Very aggressive. He slows his Yamaha down. He gets it turned, and he retakes the lead.
Yeah, amazing stuff there from Jake. He's in there a little bit deep. Let's see, does he get it? Yeah, he did. He just got out from the gravel and the grass and let a few riders through. So
and you can see the front end hard braking started to. Is Lewis going to try to attack him at the bottom of this hill, the final quarter? PJ with a good drive just up and over the hill, just spinning the thing sideways, that dirt track background. Here comes PJ, hard on the brakes down the hill. It looks like he's got it in hand. He squeezes the throttle open, and to the flag he goes, and PJ Jacobsen will take victory in race number 1 here at Michelin Raceway Road, Atlanta. The final spot of the podium, and it's going to be Ty Scott who brings it home for the Vision Wheel M4X Star Suzuki team.
Earlier he said he's actually more confident in the rain setup than he's ever been before on this bike, especially after the wet conditions we saw last round at Barber.
Yeah, I mean, that just shows the grit of a true racer. Like, tips over, 5 minutes, 10 minutes before the race, and look at him now. He doesn't care. He just puts it behind him and races forward. Jake Gagne had the faster top speed, 171 to Beaubier's 167. So suspiciously, what I think might be happening is when we talk about rain setup, I think perhaps the way the electronics are set up for Gagne and his attack performance progressive Yamaha. Cameron Beaubier, nice and tidy. Now he's got to navigate this right-hander. Up the hill he goes. He might not know the size of the gap he has back to his competitor, but he comes down to the final time. Onto the front straightaway, looking for his 2nd win of the season. Cameron Beaubier behind the bubble to the stripe and will take his Tyler Cycles BMW. All the riders that I spoke with as Blake Davis drafts and pass into 2nd place. Here comes PJ as the sitting duck number 4, but it's the top of the hill in turn number 2 where Skoltz is so brilliant. Everybody looking for some room. Whoa, Ty Scott looking for some real estate, and he got away with that one. And it's the North Georgia bar brawl again, but it's going to be a little cleaner as Camp Peterson now tries to go around the outside of everybody. No drive available for him there, but it looks like Hayes was able to scooch right back by the 45 of Camp Peterson.
1.2 seconds out front. As you see this guy's going down, you're going to see Josh Hayes again. See the space that he's given. Now Cam tries to go around the outside of PJ. Hayes is going to be underneath him, getting that bike turned and up off the edge of the tires. PJ runs just to the outside of Ty Scott.
Yeah. He'd actually the last lap gotten by Kayla, and then the 79 is going to be Teague Hobbs, and then Torrin Collin in the mix as well. After that fastest lap of the race for PJ, he is on the 22. The question is, where's he going to strike? Because what we know about the R9, it gets off the corner really well, but it's at the very tip top of the back straightaway that the Ducati seems to have just a bit more. So Motovation Supersport is an 18-race championship over the course of 9 events. As Blake Davis now hard on the brakes, trying to find position. PJ gets it done, holds on to position. I think the thing that Blake Davis is seeing, though, at least for the first lap, in sector number 1. They couldn't do it, and Schultz was able to have an empty racetrack in front of him and do anything he wanted to do. White flag out, final lap. Spreading out at the front, Schultz, PJ, and Blake Davis. This would still have PJ Jacobsen leading this championship by 8 points as we head off to our next race in about 3.5 weeks' time. We're going to Wisconsin. Road America.
Down through these S's, and PJ can see Matthew Schultz, and he's finally broke Blake Davis here, Greg, over the last, well, really the last couple sectors here. He was able to do it. I'm looking here now, 34.4 to 34.7 for Blake Davis in this first split. So PJ's gonna, I don't know if he'll have a look over his shoulder coming out of turn 7, but if he did, it's gonna give him a little bit of knowledge, knowing that he's not gonna be, Blake's not going to be close enough to outbreak him going down into turn number 10. But this is all about this guy in this race, as Matthew has a long look over his shoulder. And there's, I tell you, there's nothing better than that when you have him peek back there, half a lap to go. You almost feel like you can just coast the bike to that checkered flag, especially after you go up this next big steep hill. He goes down through turn 10, 10B. It's been a perfect ride for Matthew Schultz. Great start, and he's putting that day behind him from yesterday, getting that 5th spot. He's going to walk away with 25 points today, G-Dub.
Onto the front straightaway, Matthew Schultz, wheel in the air on his Yamaha R9, his 25th career win in MotoAmerica competition. PJ Jacobsen safely across in second place. Blake Davis will round out your podium. Sport books and DFS platforms. Scan the flow code or visit nxtbets.com/playma to see what's available in your location. Sign up and claim exclusive bonuses and make your picks now.
Then again, tells me that Fong was a little better through that first sector, and he's also been a little bit better in this second sector, even though the times that come up on my screen are only showing a 10th, but you can see Herron just wasn't able to get in the draft there to pass him at the end of the straight.
Yeah, but everything matters when you're looking at this championship, because we're going to go to some racetracks coming up where the Yamaha really shines. Although Cameron Beaubier,
wow, Richie's got a lot of speed through there, just like his teammate when we talk about that roll.
And look, a lot of people talk about the Suzuki GSX-R 1000 being an older chassis.
Hey, what a ride yesterday. He's going to walk out of Road Atlanta with max points as he gets down to the last corner, Greg.
Cameron Beaubier, Tytler Cycles BMW, to the line he comes, and a huge victory here in Georgia, and extends his points lead. And Bobby Fong only 2.3 seconds behind, but tip of the cap to the #1 plate. The amount of points he's able to score this weekend, he gets himself 16 for 3rd place. And here comes Sean Dillon Kelly across the line, and it's going to be Jake Gagne who holds on.